The phrase "chosen ones" often conjures images of heroes from ancient myths and legends, figures endowed with extraordinary powers or destinies. Yet, what if being chosen is not about myth or magic, but about the trials that shape an ordinary person into something extraordinary? The truth is, chosen ones are not born, they are forged. Through life's most profound tests, they become. And these tests are not the kind measured by physical prowess or worldly achievements. They exist on a spiritual, mental, and emotional plane, forming an invisible crucible where the soul is refined. These tests are rare and deeply challenging. Few people even recognize them as trials. Fewer still endure them. But for those who do, the journey transforms every fiber of their being. Life itself is a test, but not all tests are created equal. For those called to be chosen, the challenges are layered, each one more intense than the last. This path is not one of glamour or glory. It is a calling that cannot be declined, an inner summons that cannot be ignored. When life presents you with these trials, there is no turning back. You must walk the path laid before you, knowing that each step forward strips away illusions, leaving only truth in its wake. The first test, confronting the true self. The journey of the chosen begins with perhaps the most difficult test of all, facing one's true self. Society encourages us to define ourselves by external markers, our careers, relationships, and achievements. Over time, these become masks, layers of identity we wear to fit into the world. The first trial shatters these illusions. It demands that you look beyond the surface and ask, who am I really? Stripped of titles and societal labels, what remains? This question is deceptively simple, yet profoundly unsettling. For many, the mere thought of confronting their core identity feels like staring into a bottomless abyss. It is easier to retreat into familiar comforts than to face the discomfort of the unknown. But the chosen ones do not turn back. They stand firm, gazing into the mirror of their soul, searching for the truth beneath the layers. This process is neither quick nor painless. It forces you to acknowledge uncomfortable truths, release false narratives, and accept the unvarnished version of yourself. It is a journey into vulnerability, requiring immense courage. Yet, for those who endure, this test becomes the foundation upon which all future growth is built. It is the beginning of true freedom, a freedom born from authenticity. The second test, embracing isolation and silence. In a world that thrives on noise and constant stimulation, silence can feel oppressive. The second test challenges you to embrace isolation, not just in the physical sense but mentally and emotionally. It strips away distractions, leaving you alone with your thoughts. For many, this is unbearable. Silence amplifies fears, doubts, and insecurities that have long been buried beneath the clamor of daily life. Yet, within the quiet lies a profound gift, the voice of your soul. This voice is not loud or demanding. It whispers, requiring patience and stillness to hear. The chosen ones learn to sit in this silence, listening attentively. They confront their inner fears and find clarity in the stillness. Most people run from silence because they fear what they might discover. But those on the path of transformation understand that silence is not the enemy. It is a teacher. In embracing solitude, they gain insight, self-awareness, and a deeper connection to their inner being. The third test, the art of letting go. Letting go is one of life's most challenging lessons. Humans are creatures of attachment. We cling to people, dreams, and even pain. The third test demands that you release these attachments. It is not about detachment in the sense of apathy, but about trust. Trusting that what is meant for you will come, and what is not will fall away. This test is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. Life continually presents situations that challenge your ability to let go. A lost relationship, a missed opportunity, or an unexpected setback. All of these moments invite you to loosen your grip. letting go requires faith in the greater plan for your life. It is an act of surrender, not weakness. It is strength rooted in the understanding that freedom comes from release, not control. The chosen ones learn that letting go is not about giving up. It is about making space for new possibilities. Each release is a step toward liberation, a shedding of the old to make way for the new. The fourth test, the dark night of the soul. Perhaps the most grueling of all tests, the dark night of the soul plunges you into the depths of despair. It is a period of profound darkness where everything familiar crumbles. Relationships dissolve, dreams shatter, and the very foundation of your identity feels like it is being stripped away. In these moments, it is easy to feel abandoned, questioning the purpose of it all. Why is this happening? Will the light ever return? The dark night of the soul is not punishment but purification. It burns away all that is false, leaving only the essence of who you truly are. It is in the darkness that the brightest light is found. The chosen ones understand this and hold on, even when the path forward is obscured. They know that the darkness is a passage, not a destination. It is the crucible through which their soul is refined. The journey of the chosen is not for the faint of heart. It is a path marked by trials that test every aspect of your being. Confronting your true self, embracing silence, learning to let go, and enduring the dark night of the soul, each test strips away illusions, leaving behind only truth. But for those who endure, the reward is profound transformation. They emerge stronger, more authentic, and deeply aligned with their purpose. Life no longer feels random or chaotic. It becomes a journey of meaning and intention. As you reflect on these tests, consider your own life. Have you faced the mirror and confronted your true self? Have you embraced the quiet, listening to the voice within? What are you still holding on to, and are you ready to let it go? How have you navigated your darkest moments? The path of the chosen is not an easy one, but it is a path worth walking. For it is through these tests that you discover who you truly are, and who you are meant to become. The fifth test, known as the test of faith, stands as one of the most profound challenges on the path of the chosen. Faith, in this context, is not confined to religious traditions or doctrines. It transcends into a broader trust in the unseen and the unknown. It is a lifeline in moments of darkness, a quiet assurance that even when the world feels like it's crumbling, there is a purpose behind the pain. This test doesn't simply ask for belief. It demands an unshakable trust in yourself, in life, and in the divine timing of your journey. When faced with adversity, how do you respond? Do you panic, frantically trying to piece together the fragments of your old life, clinging to what feels familiar? Or do you release your grip, trusting that what is meant to stay will remain, and what is meant to leave will make way for something greater? This decision, to cling or to surrender, is at the heart of the test of faith. Faith isn't about denying reality or suppressing pain. It doesn't ask you to pretend that challenges don't exist or to wear a mask of false positivity. Instead, faith acknowledges the difficulty while holding on to the conviction that struggles serve a higher purpose. It's the belief that even in the darkest of moments, there is light waiting on the horizon, though it may not yet be visible. During the test of faith, letting go becomes both a challenge and a necessity. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing control and trusting the flow of life. It's an act of immense courage to loosen your grip on the outcomes you've held on to so tightly, and to believe that what unfolds will ultimately lead you to where you're meant to be. The chosen ones understand that surrender is not weakness, but strength, a powerful declaration of trust in the divine process. Faith also calls for patience, a virtue often at odds with the fast-paced world we live in. The chosen must learn to trust in divine timing, even when their path feels unbearably slow or uncertain. Waiting, especially in the midst of pain or confusion, can feel agonizing. Yet faith reassures you that delays are not denials. Every moment, every trial, is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. As the journey unfolds, the chosen ones realize that faith is the bridge between despair and hope. It sustains them through the dark night of the soul, when all seems lost, and reminds them that the darkness is not permanent. No matter how consuming it feels, it is only a season, a chapter within a larger story. Faith whispers, "Keep moving forward. The light is still ahead." This journey requires trust, not only in the unseen forces guiding your path, but also in yourself. You've already overcome challenges that once seemed insurmountable. The resilience and strength you've gained are proof that you are capable of enduring even more. Faith draws from this inner well of strength, reminding you that you are never truly alone. In a world that often glorifies certainty and control, the test of faith teaches a different lesson. It shows you that true power lies not in knowing all the answers, but in trusting the questions. It asks you to release your need to plan every detail and to trust that life's mysteries will reveal themselves in time. If you are walking this path now, take heart. The challenges you face are not there to break you, but to shape you. Every trial is preparing you for something extraordinary, even if you can't yet see it. Faith is not just about believing in the unseen. It's about acting as though the unseen is already working in your favor. So, will you cling to the past, or will you step forward in faith? Will you trust that even the most difficult moments hold a purpose? The test of faith is not easy, but it is transformative. Each step you take with trust and courage brings you closer to the light, closer to the fulfillment of your divine destiny. True faith is not about ignoring pain or pretending it doesn't exist. Instead, it is about acknowledging the pain, feeling it fully, and still choosing to believe that there is a deeper purpose behind it. Faith is the conviction that life, and the universe itself, is not working against you, but is instead reshaping your path in ways that may be beyond your current understanding. For the chosen ones, those who are called to walk a path of purpose, this belief is tested time and again, often in their darkest hours. These trials come not to break them, but to refine them, forcing them to confront their doubts, fears, and uncertainties. When darkness surrounds you, it feels almost impossible to hold on to the light you once knew. Yet, faith asks you to do just that, to hold on when every fiber of your being wants to let go. Faith does not promise an easy journey, but it assures you that the struggle is not in vain. The chosen ones face countless moments where despair tempts them to surrender, where giving up seems like the easier choice, and yet they choose to believe. They anchor themselves in faith even when it feels like there's nothing left to cling to. They keep moving forward, step by step, trusting that the unseen forces of the universe are guiding them. Now, let me ask you, how strong is your faith? Can you hold on to it when everything in your life seems to be falling apart? Can you trust that there is a purpose to your suffering, even when the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty? These are not rhetorical questions. They are challenges to examine the foundation of your belief. Faith is not tested in moments of joy and ease. It is forged in the crucible of life's most soul-wrenching trials, those moments that strip away the superficial and force you to confront what you truly believe. Eventually, after what feels like an eternity of wrestling with your doubts and fears, you may find yourself standing at the edge of something greater than you could have imagined. This is the precipice of the sixth test, the test of surrender. Surrender is perhaps the hardest test of all because it challenges one of humanity's deepest instincts, the desire for control. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek control over our lives. We plan, strategize, and organize, believing that with enough effort, we can shape our futures to align with our desires. But life often defies our expectations. Plans unravel, relationships shift, and unforeseen events redirect our paths. These moments of disruption challenge our sense of control and force us to confront a profound truth. Control is an illusion. The chosen ones come to understand that there is a divine intelligence, a force far greater than their own minds, guiding the events of their lives. Surrendering to this force does not mean giving up. Rather, it means letting go of resistance. It means ceasing to fight against the current of life and instead allowing yourself to be carried by it. Imagine swimming in a river. If you try to swim upstream against the current, you'll exhaust yourself without making progress. But if you surrender to the flow, trusting that the river knows where it's going, you'll be carried effortlessly to your destination. This is the essence of surrendering to life. It's not about abandoning your dreams or desires, but about releasing your attachment to how they unfold. It's about trusting that life's flow, even when it takes you to unexpected places, is ultimately guiding you toward your highest good. Surrender, however, is not limited to letting go of plans or expectations. Sometimes it goes much deeper. You may be asked to surrender your very sense of identity, to release the stories your ego tells you about who you are and what you need. You may be called to let go of attachments to people, outcomes, or long-cherished dreams. This kind of surrender requires immense courage and trust. Trust in yourself, trust in life, and trust in the unseen forces shaping your journey. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. How often do you resist the way things are? How much energy do you expend trying to control outcomes or wishing that situations were different? What would happen if you stopped resisting? What would happen if you released your need for control and simply trusted that life is unfolding exactly as it should? These are difficult questions, but they lie at the heart of the test of surrender. Most people resist surrender because it feels like losing. It feels like admitting defeat. But for the chosen ones, surrender is not the end. It is a beginning. It is the moment when you stop struggling against life and start aligning with it. Surrender is not about passivity or resignation. It is about stepping into the flow of existence and allowing life to guide you. When you surrender, you are not relinquishing your power. You are tapping into a power far greater than your own. The divine intelligence that orchestrates the universe, the same intelligence that moves the stars and governs the cycles of nature, knows what you need better than you do. It provides exactly what is necessary at the perfect time. But to access this infinite wisdom, you must first let go of the illusion of control. So, let me ask you again, can you surrender? Can you release your grip on the things you believe you must control? Can you trust that life has a plan for you, even when you can't see it? These questions are not meant to be answered lightly. They are invitations to reflect deeply on how you navigate life's uncertainties and challenges. Surrender is not about abandoning your dreams or giving up on your goals. Instead, it is about aligning with the divine flow of life. It is about trusting that the universe is working for you, not against you. When you surrender, you become a partner with the divine, allowing its wisdom and love to guide your steps. You stop forcing your way through life and start moving with it. As you consider the test of surrender, take a moment to examine where in your life you are holding on too tightly. Is it a relationship that no longer serves you, a career path that feels out of alignment, or a dream that has become a source of pain? What would happen if you loosened your grip? What might life reveal to you if you stopped resisting its flow and allowed yourself to be carried? Surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound act of strength and trust. It is a recognition that you are not alone in this journey, that there is a force greater than you guiding your way. When you surrender, you align with this force and open yourself to the infinite possibilities it holds. You step into the flow of life, not as a passive observer, but as an active participant, co-creating your journey with the divine. So, the next time you find yourself struggling to control the uncontrollable, remember this. Surrender is not about giving up. It is about giving in to the wisdom of life. It is about trusting that, even in your darkest moments, you are being carried towards something greater than you could have ever imagined. Surrendering is far from easy. It is one of the most challenging, yet profoundly liberating steps you will ever take. To surrender is to release your grip on the need to control every aspect of your life and instead place your trust in the unseen forces guiding your path. It's a leap of faith into the unknown, a declaration that, even when you cannot see the full picture, you trust in the unfolding of your life. This act of surrender is not an admission of defeat, but a powerful embrace of life's greater wisdom. For those who are willing to embrace this test, the rewards are transformative. Struggle gives way to peace, confusion dissolves into clarity, and a deep connection to the divine intelligence that orchestrates all things is forged. So, let me ask you, will you surrender? Will you step into the flow of life and trust its wisdom, even when it leads you to unexpected places? This is not a question to be taken lightly. It is an invitation to examine your fears, your resistance, and your faith. The choice is yours, and the journey awaits. The chosen path, a journey of transformation. The journey of the chosen ones is not a path of ease or comfort. It demands everything you have: your strength, your faith, your willingness to let go, and your readiness to awaken to a truth that will change your life forever. This journey is marked by trials, each designed to strip away illusions and bring you closer to your authentic self. And at the culmination of these trials lies the final test, the awakening. This is the moment when all the pain, struggle, and darkness you've endured reveal their purpose. The veil of illusion lifts, and you see the world as it truly is, not as a place of chaos and separation, but as a beautifully interconnected web of life, love, and infinite possibility. But let me ask you again, are you ready for this awakening? Are you prepared to see the truth of who you are and why you are here? Awakening is not a destination you reach. It is a realization that dawns within you. It is the understanding that every struggle, every doubt, and every trial you faced was not in vain. Each moment was a step toward peeling away the layers of fear and falsehood to reveal the radiant core of your being, the truth of awakening. When awakening comes, it changes everything. You no longer feel the need to force outcomes or control every detail of your life. Instead, you trust that life's flow is guiding you perfectly, even when you don't understand it. You stop searching for your purpose as if it were something external, and you realize that your purpose has been within you all along. It's not something you find, it's something you live. Every breath, every choice, every step becomes imbued with meaning when you awaken to this truth. Imagine this. What would it feel like to stop searching and start living as if you are already enough? How would your life change if you truly believed that you are exactly where you need to be right now? These are not hypothetical questions. They are the essence of awakening. They challenge you to shift your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance, from striving to being, living as your authentic self. Awakening is not the end of your journey, it's the beginning of a new one. Once you see the truth, you are no longer bound by fear, doubt, or ego. You are free to live authentically, to create without hesitation, to love without reservation, and to embrace each moment as a precious gift. Picture a life where every action, no matter how small, feels meaningful, because it is an expression of your true self. What would you create if you were no longer held back by fear? What would you explore if you trusted the path unfolding before you? This is the freedom that comes with awakening. It is not freedom from challenges, but freedom from the belief that you must fight them alone. It is the clarity to see your struggles as opportunities for growth and the peace to accept life as it is, even as you work to shape it with intention and love. The shared journey of awakening. The path of the chosen one is not for everyone. It is a road of immense challenges, and the tests it brings are some of the hardest you will ever face. Yet, for those who endure and awaken, the rewards are beyond anything the mind can comprehend. The clarity, peace, and freedom that come with realizing your connection to the universe transform every aspect of your life. You no longer see yourself as separate from life, but as a vital part of its unfolding story. And while this path may feel lonely at times, you are never truly alone. Many others are walking this journey alongside you, each facing their own trials and discovering their own truths. Together, you form a community of awakened souls, individuals bound by a shared understanding of life's deeper meaning. What would it feel like to connect with others who see the world through the same awakened lens? How could your story inspire them, and how might their stories guide you? The invitation to awaken. As you stand on the precipice of awakening, remember that this is not a test of endurance, but a test of realization. It's not about how much you can do, but how much you are willing to see. Are you ready to see the world and yourself through new eyes? Are you prepared to let go of the illusions that have held you back and step fully into your truth? This is your invitation to awaken, to embrace your role as a chosen one, and to live a life of purpose, joy, and freedom. The question is not whether you are chosen, it is whether you will choose to awaken. The journey is not easy, but it is worth it. So, I leave you with this. Will you take the next step? Will you trust the unknown? Will you choose to see the truth of who you are? These are not mere questions, they are calls to action. Let me know in the comments. Are you ready to awaken? What challenges have you faced that have brought you closer to this moment? What truths have you uncovered, and what questions still linger in your heart? This is your time to share, to connect, and to take the first step toward the life you were always meant to live. Walking the path of the chosen. The path of the chosen ones awaits you. It is not a journey of ease or comfort, but one of transformation and liberation. Will you walk it? Will you step into the flow of life and trust its wisdom, even when the way ahead is uncertain? The choice is yours, and the journey beckons. Will you answer the call? If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to our channel for more insights and inspiration to guide your journey. Hit the like button if this video brought value to your day, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Together, let's create a community of light and growth, where every voice matters and every story inspires. Let's walk this path hand in hand.